Tkachuk and scores!
Shabbat curled and drives and scores!
And the Senators win it.
Five apart, another chance, Matheson scores! Drake Matheson, and got it. Green, Green again, scores!
Welcome to SENS Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Now, before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_, and on Instagram at SensTalk. Now, tonight, the Ottawa Senators took on the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Battle of Ontario. But before we get to that, a couple things. Firstly, in the link in the description below, you can order your SENS Talk shotgun tool today. Thank you all for the support. If you want to buy a cool piece of SENS Talk merchandise, you can do so now by ordering yours in the link in the description below. As well, go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code SensTalk. You'll save $20 off your first purchase. Now, tonight the Sens took on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm recording this after the first period of play, and I'm saying that because the starting goaltenders for tonight's game was supposed to be Matt Murray, but during the practice, just before puck drop, he was taken out with an upper body injury. We don't know what's happening with him. Hopefully he's okay. If I get more information by the end of this video, I'll make sure to report it to you guys. But it's not a good sign. Joey Daccord started tonight in place of Matt Murray, with Hutchinson starting for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But yeah, hopefully everything's okay with Matt Murray. That's too bad. Now, Eric Brandstrom as well. He was scratched again, along with Josh Brown and Matthew Pekka. Now, the game number 31 lineup is as follows. The first line was Brady Tkachuk with Josh Norris and Connor Brown. The second line, Nick Paul, Colin White, who returns to the lineup. I know, thank God. He escaped a major injury. He's back in lineup. Great to see. He's there with Evgeny Dadonov. Third pairing, Tim Stutzle, Chris Turney, Drake Batherson. Fourth line, Ryan Dzingel, Clark Bishop, and Austin Watson. That fourth line with Bishop, Watson, and Dzingel has been unreal this game. Bishop is a stud, but we'll get to him after. The defensive pairings are Shabbat and Zaitsev, Riley and Zub. Christian Melanin gets back-to-back starts on the third pairing with Erica Branson. Starting in net was Daccord with Kevin Mandolese backing up. Now, the first period of play, we go early on, not much going on. You know, the Sanders and Leafs are kind of just feeling themselves out. But 7 minutes in, off a turnover, Brady Tkachuk capitalizes, makes it 1-0 Ottawa, puts it past Hutchinson, a goal that Hutchinson has to stop, squeaks by him on the glove side, 1-0 Ottawa. 7 seconds later, after number 7 makes it 1-0, number 10, Ryan Dzingel, makes it 2-0. He sneaks it by Hutchinson on another bad goal. The Sanders take the lead. It's 2-0. In 7 seconds, the Senators score twice. That is the fastest 2 goals in Senators history. And of course, after the Sens scored back-to-back in 7 seconds, the Toronto Maple Leafs took out Michael Hutchinson, and Frederik Andersen replaced him. He will be in the net probably for the remainder of the game. Now, 5 minutes later, the Leafs are obviously trying to respond. They're trying to keep their number 1 spot in the North Division. They want to make the playoffs, and they want to be a dominant team. And a team like Ottawa, if you couldn't tell, I'm a big Sens fan, but a team like Ottawa is a team that Toronto needs to beat. So 5 minutes later, after the Leafs start responding and Joey Daccord starts making some big stops, a lot of people on Sens Twitter say that Joey Daccord is dialed in. They jinx him because 10 seconds later, the Toronto Maple Leafs cut the lead to 1. It's a 2-1 game on a scramble goal. Hyman gets the puck into the back of the net. He jams it in. No chance for Daccord there. 2-1. So we get to the first period thoughts now. It's a 2-1 game after 20 minutes of play. But overall, Ottawa has played really, really great off the get-go. You know, the latter half of the first period was not so great. Joey Daccord was forced to make some big stops. But 2 goals in 7 seconds. How can you complain? Clark Bishop has looked great. This guy came really out of nowhere the last couple of games. And, he looks to be a solid, serviceable, energy fourth liner, and I think I counted 3 scoring chances for him in that first period alone. So I love this Bishop kid. I don't know where he came, kind of out of nowhere, but a lot of Sens Twitter people like him as well. Hopefully he can keep up, that energy. And speaking of that energy, that first period had true sicko energy. We had 2 power plays in that period. Austin Watson won a fight, and it's a great start for Ottawa. So let's see if they can keep it going in the second period of play. All right, welcome back. After 40 minutes of play, your Ottawa Senators lead 4-1 over the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's thanks to Mr. Drake Batherson. In the second period of play, the Senators kept their positive momentum going, and after Brady Tkachuk drew another penalty, he's the league leader, by the way, in the National Hockey League in drawn penalties, the Senators went back onto the power play, where Tim Stutzle, going into the season, really into the draft, before we even drafted Tim Stutzle, I mentioned to you guys, and especially many times after we drafted Tim Stutzle, I mentioned to you guys how Tim Stutzle is a dynamic passer, a great playmaker, and has silky hands. Well, that was on display for everybody to see tonight as Tim Stutzle has a beautiful pass of Drake Batherson. The Sens lead 3-1. You can see it right there. It's an absolutely filthy move by Tim Stutzle to get that pass through a few bodies to Drake Batherson, and Drake Batherson appreciated that pass, immediately reacted with a pointing right at Tim Stutzle. Does a beautiful pass from the young superstar in the making, and Ottawa extends their lead. It's a 3-1 game for Ottawa. 53 seconds later, Drake Batherson, off a bad rebound from Freddie Anderson, makes it 4-1 Ottawa. This is one that Freddie Anderson wants to have back, not because the shot wasn't good for Batherson, but more because of the rebound that Freddie Anderson allowed to get to Drake Batherson. Bad rebound by Anderson, but regardless, Senators, the Sens sickos, take advantage. They lead 4-1. Batherson is now officially on the hat-trick watch once again. Now, that was a great period for Ottawa, and you know, the Leafs, like they did in that first period after giving up a couple goals, responded, and they responded. Joey Daccord was forced to make some big stops, especially in the last 5 to 7 minutes in that period. The Leafs were really cycling in the zone. Matthews had a couple chances. Riley hit the crossbar on wide open net. Daccord made a few big stops as well. So Daccord is really keeping the Sens in this one, while the Sens do whatever the hell they really want to do in the offensive zone. Lots of chances. The Leafs are they're letting a lot of lanes open, but Daccord has stepped up when he's needed to, which is great. Now let's get to a couple of your questions before we get to the third period of play. So the first question comes in here from Jamie. They ask, who do you think the Sens should target in the draft, assuming it's a top 5 selection? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's mid-March, mid-March now, and I'm in university. I'm a very, very happy journalist student, and I have a lot of work, a lot of writing. I got a lot of papers to do, of course, as a journalist student. You know, I got a lot of writing to do. So doing these videos, running the business, and more importantly, doing well in university has caused me not to have as much time as I'd like to in scouting the draft. I usually do that leading up to the draft, especially since it's in July. When the Sens season's over, I'll just say this. When the Sens season's over, we'll have much more draft content coming. Right now, I heard Owen Power's nice, his Clark kid is good. There's a couple nice kids. But all I know is this draft isn't as deep as other drafts, so I'm going to wait until after the Sens season is done to take a deep dive into the draft and then see who I would want. Right now, I heard Owen Power's good. I think that's the consensus #1 pick. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't know too much, to be honest, but stay tuned after the Sens season for lots of draft content. I'll make sure to educate myself perfectly then. Next and final question for this part of the video comes in from Braden Reel. They ask, thoughts on Mike Riley's season? I honestly don't think it's been terrible. Yeah, listen, if you would have asked me back in January, the beginning of the season, whether or not I would have liked Mike Riley still on this team, I would have told you hell no. These days, it's more of a meh, okay. You know, Mike Riley, listen, this guy, the beginning of the season, that 10-game road stretch, he was terrible, like the rest of the team, but he was terrible. Primarily him, he was terrible. He was turning over the puck constantly. But ever since that 10-game disastrous road trip, he has really, I don't know, rebounded, regrouped. I don't even want to call it, but he has clearly turned it around, which is a great sign. He's a great passer, good skater, good offensive instincts. You know, him with Zub has really looked steady. Obviously, Zub is a hell of a defenseman that makes everyone better when they're paired with him. But, you know, Riley, listen, he's performing still, and that's all you can ask for. Now, you know, he's not exactly a top 2 defensive pairing guy on any team except Ottawa. But if you're a Stanley Cup playoff team like Carolina, I'm not actually Carolina, but like a playoff team that's like in the bubble, in the hunt, trying to get better, Mike Riley's a solid guy for your third pairing. He's got scoring abilities, you know, he has good offensive instincts, and he's a good skater. So for a third pairing guy, he's a good puck mover, and he definitely could fetch something at the deadline. So, you know, a 3rd, 4th round pick was for Mike Riley, something I'd expect, maybe even a 2nd, to be honest. We'll see. But I think early on in the season, many people would have said that Mike Riley, his season has been terrible. But now, most people will be like me. It's more like, meh, he's been all right. Nothing crazy impressive, but he's been steady. And I think Artyom Zub definitely has a part to play in that. But anyways, let's get to the third period of play, where Ottawa is currently up by 3 goals. Hopefully they don't blow it. Sens win, Sens win, Sens win. The Senators take down the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-3 in regulation, giving friend of the show, Joey Daccord, his first career National Hockey League win. Congratulations, Joey Daccord. It cannot have happened to a better person. We've interviewed him multiple times, friend of the show, and honestly, this guy is a class act. You saw all you need to see in that post-game interview with Sportsnet. This guy is a class act, pure, just humble, a real guy, no BS. He just keeps it straight. He's just a nice, real, humble kid, and couldn't be happy for the guy. Hell of an effort tonight. And, hey, hopefully this is the first of many to come. Congratulations once again, Joey Daccord. We are so proud of you. And, you know what? I see you as a franchise goaltender, so I'm fired up right now, baby. Let's go. As your Sanders win it 4-3. Now, as you know, I'll lower this. As you know, in the second period, the Sanders were up by 3 goals. It was a 4-1 game. So you're probably wondering what the hell happened in the third period. Well, 5 minutes left in the game. The Toronto Maple Leafs empty their net. They want to get some offensive chances going. They're down by 3. So 6.5 minutes to go. They empty their net. 5 minutes to go in the game. Hyman off a big scramble in front of the net. Puts it in. The Leafs make it a 4-2 game. And listen, Daccord made some big stops before this one. There's not much you can do. But the Leafs put a lot of pressure on that 6-on-5 to lead to the goal. To give it make it a 4-2 game. Not much you can do there. Primarily, you got to clear the front of the net because I think there's 1 or 2 SENS guys behind the net there, so you got to clear the net. 2 minutes left in the game. We move forward 3 minutes after Brady Tkachuk misses multiple opportunities to score. Brown misses an opportunity to score. The Leafs get an opportunity and they take advantage. William Nylander makes it 4-3. He's left all alone to the right of Joey Daccord, and he bats it past him and in. The Leafs cut the lead to 1. It's 4-3. But luckily, Joey Daccord and the Ottawa Sanders shut him down as they win it 4-3 in regulation. And the game where Joey Daccord on 36 shots stopped 33 of those shots. And this is the first time. I'm not even going to put a pull out. The SENS Stock Star of the Night is Joey Daccord. 33 saves on 36 shots, getting his first career National Hockey League win. Congratulations, Joey Daccord. You are, my friend, the SENS Stock Star of the Night, and we are so very proud of you. Now, the next SENS game is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time versus the Vancouver Canucks. So, we're right back at it tomorrow. Hopefully the SENS Sickos can continue this good vibes and win against the Vancouver Canucks tomorrow. But besides that, the Senators win it 4-3 over the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I will see you tomorrow night. So besides that, make sure to comment below and let me know what you think. Big win tonight, Sens fans. I love you all. So besides that, thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video, share this favorite circle stuff, and click the big red button down there, and subscribe to us. And most importantly, turn the notification bell on by clicking the notification bell down below so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. Besides that, the Senators, they win it 4-3. Joey Daccord gets his first career National Hockey League win, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Thank you for watching. Go Sens, go.